I love a good going out as a couple. Like, oh my god,
you
getting wine drunk.
Wow,
my favorite.
Hello, community. Welcome to the S&M Podcast. It's your girl, Malika.
It's your girl, Sandrine.
And let's get into it. You're just walking in the streets like a hooligan. No one can stop you because you're literally okay.
You're with your man.
Literally.
The fuck?
In fact, I forgot.
What?
Something happened when we were walking. We were walking back from La Vera Monique, which is a bar in Geneva. And these two guys were behind me and Jabi. And obviously, we're both a little bit tipsy, but I'm tipsy. So he's holding on to me while we're walking. And then these guys pass us a little bit. And he turns back and he's like, "Are you okay?
Yeah, bitch.
Madam, are you okay?"
I'm with my man.
He just kept saying, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Where are you from? Where are you from?" I'm like, "This is my man, actually."
So
Do
you
you look
what
like
was Jabi
cousins?
saying?
He just said, "She's okay. She's okay." You know, Jabi, you just see. She's okay. I said, "I'm with my man. All right." It was just so silly. He was like, "You can't allow me to go outside anymore. I'm a hot babe."
Like, you're the bunniest.
This is romance, guys. This is how we fell in love.
Yeah, so the weeks were good.
Yeah. Let's get into the question of the week. Do we know too much about celebrities or online people's personal life? I'm going to say celebrities specifically.
Yeah.
But given everything that we've learned in the last, I want to say 5 years about celebrities, so think Diddy, think Chris Brown, think R. Kelly, think all of these weird fucking people.
Yeah.
Do we know too much?
You know what? I was with you and then you lost me because I feel like these people that you just mentioned, I feel like we're entitled to know about them.
If you're mad, the public should know.
Whoa, that's criminal activity. That's not us knowing like he eats and cocoa puffs for breakfast and he showers once a month. You know, like it's not even. We're knowing about your criminal activity. So I feel like there we know just enough, if not
less than what we
need
should
more.
know.
Exactly. We definitely need more of those people that you just mentioned.
Yes.
However, I feel like this question should be about content creators.
Because I was going to say, okay, celebrities, think also Jada Pinkett and Will, because they haven't done anything criminal, but we know a lot about the shit that has happened in their marriage.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I can definitely
celebrities,
Yep.
because content creators kind of blow up off of talking about themselves and talking about life. So I'm like, you could argue yes and no, but with celebrities, I feel like
that's a very good example.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Because there's
Will
no
and Jada.
reason. There's no reason.
Entanglements was word of the year at some point.
We need to know your activities with that young man. Like, there's no reason.
August has never recovered.
What are we supposed to do with that information?
Except eat and comment.
Like, the movies, they were so good. They were so good.
No, I'm just looking at you.
But
like,
now it's
wow.
just Sorrow's prayers.
Truly, I can't even look at you. You were big and bad. You were even fine. Fine.
Quite. You and Margot Robbie. I was really that movie was everything.
Focus. Not even a guilty pleasure.
Could never have imagined that the movie was what it was about.
And the girls, but people review it and they say it was boring. And
I loved it. I was so into that.
I would kind of want to be her a little bit.
Listen, in the movie?
Yes. Teach me to walk effectively.
Super good. Like, she was super good at it.
So swift, so sexy.
Right?
And for me, it's like she kind of got to live in her sensuality a little bit and weaponize it in a way that didn't cost her her life. You know what I mean? Like, because in the movies, when they play it, it's always a prostitute getting killed. And it's like, damn, no, just let me be a sexy little thief.
Like,
damn.
Yeah, no, he was really making the movie really good.
Yeah.
But now I just feel like he's almost lost so much credibility.
Credibility, you feel?
A little bit, because people are always gonna bring that up. They're even with the slapping, like they're always gonna bring up how your wife, you're a cuck or whatever.
Yeah. But you know, it's like, even if, because there's some people who were arguing, like, not hypothetically, but they said he was in the right for defending his wife. Like,
keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
No, absolutely.
but somehow it still came
exactly. The people are never gonna let that go. This is why I really, really fuck with Beyonce. We don't know shit about her. Yeah. And I like it like that because I feel like I can be a fan and then leave her in the iPod. Yeah, I don't have to bring her into my house.
I mean, obviously abuse things, we should know that stuff, obviously. Yeah. But like, there's so many people who are also doing weird, obscure things that you don't know now. How can am I supposed to listen to this? Can I not listen to this? Are you weird? Yeah. I listen to Usher, Neo sometimes, and I'm like, but what the fuck did you guys have going on with the Diddy stuff? With the Diddy
stuff, I know.
And Justin Bieber, I think about it.
It sounds like they were victims, though.
No, people are saying that Usher was a victim turned
perpetrator?
Collector of their youngins to bring to Diddy. Yeah, they said that Usher brought Justin Bieber into Diddy's love factory.
Oh my god, I thought it was like the mom that sent him to Diddy's camp.
No, because it was like, he was studying under Usher for a little bit, but Usher was under Diddy.
Usher knew what Diddy was about because he had gone through it. Oh, that's really terrible.
So I don't know. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Honestly, I just feel like we need to just keep them at arm's length. You know, I feel like not being so ingrained into their lives allows you to A, listen to them. Mm-hmm. B, when you find out this new information, be able to cut that shit off. Mm-hmm. Right? Because there's literally people to this day that are still like, no, I have to listen to R. Kelly because that music is so amazing. Are you well? Something is not really, it's not connecting.
Shaky ground, but
right?
No, not cute.
So I feel like let's just, you stay over there, you do this thing, but really at the end of the day, you're just a human being, just as I am a human being. You happen to have a little bit more talent than I do, but that's fine. I can do these other things.
And I don't have a criminal record.
Yeah. So I'm gonna listen to this on the iPod. Yeah. But if you do some weird shit, I'm gonna turn that off.
Shit. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, so what if Beyonce did some weird things? Because she's also
been
kind of in the realm accused of all of this stuff, you know?
Listen, I fully could stop listening to her. Listen, I say this with pride, but I don't feel like I'm so tied down to anybody that it would be like, oh my god, I don't know what to do.
I don't think it's, for me when I think about it, it's not about being tied down to the artist. To me, it's like how the music makes you feel. The lyrics, the melody, how that makes me feel, how I express myself while listening to that music. Yeah. My attachment is to that feeling. Yeah.
And I get that. I really
why should I? How now? Literally, if we go through all of our music libraries, truly, I think 90% of artists would be gone. 90%.
Listen, I feel like you have to choose your red line. And I feel like I would say that my red line is probably like any sort of abuse, right? Any sort of like sexual abuse, physical abuse. Like I can safely draw my line there.
Yes, absolutely.
And it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I can go, listen, I feel like the world is so big and there's so many talented people now and that have died and we have their collection of music that you can most likely find somebody that does the same thing as even Beyonce, as original as she is. She is also inspired by other people.
Many different artists. Right.
So I feel like it would hurt me a little bit. But listen, I gotta stand on something.
True. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
This is controversial, okay? But since we're being open, no condemnation, even you people tell us, okay? Is there an artist that you have had to completely stop listening to that because of the fucked up shit that they did, that you really liked? Their music or really whatever. Liked?
I mean, listen.
Or grew up listening to whatever.
Honestly, I would say Chris Brown. I don't listen to Chris Brown anymore. Man. I skip when his song comes on. If he's featured on anybody that I do listen to, I skip that as well. But Victoria has done it.
They've all done it. They have all done it.
So and it's really disappointing because you can put a list from here to there of the people that he's abused.
With record.
Exactly.
With record.
Right? So, I mean, it's a bit unfortunate that for some people that just doesn't matter. It's just not a big deal for them.
It's not big enough.
Exactly. Like they've moved on.
Or they compartmentalize and it's like, how can you compartmentalize that? There's so many questions you can ask. And it's like, I don't know. For me, I would say Chris Brown as well. But one of the probably newer artists, and this is, I know it is bad. It's going to sound really bad. But when I was in high school, before I knew all the weird shit that he does, but Tory Lanez, he had just started to come up.
Oh.
He had just started to come up, and I loved his music. Loved his music. Then he went and shot Megan. Oh my God! Literally, you guys, you don't understand. I was livid. Why would
you do that?
You
small roach.
You small roach. Like,
I have to say that I feel like I could only name one of his songs. So thank God for that.
See, that's why I'm upset.
Would you do that?
I was so upset because I was like, I really did enjoy his music. Like Jerry Springer, you know some T-Pain remixes that he did, and I was like, really, really, like,
no,
really
I'm super
fucking
not familiar
like
with his music, but I'm so sad for you. I'm so sorry for you.
Condolences. Skip every time it comes up. I'm like, not like this.
Listen,
and I used to really love that music in high school.
Why are you gonna be so weird? You know, another one, Drake. Listen.
Oh, the grooming and all the weird stuff.
Drake, you're a weirdo, and I want to see this point blank.
Ever.
You're a weirdo, and I'm super happy that
Kendrick ate his
as much as it took for that Kendrick and Drake beef for it to be like really people really catching on that he is a weirdo. Yeah. He was doing so much before that.
A lot of strange, unexplainable things. Strange and unexplainable.
Oh, sir.
You want to explain this? You want to explain this right here? Or very, very
now
weird.
He's just gotten weirder since the beef, and it's hilarious.
There is no redemption for abusers here. Only hellfire. New episodes every Friday.
We have to come together and just decide. This is what we're going to do to deal with these sexual predators. These sexual deviants.
Death to all abusers. Die.
Because
you have to put down.
I don't believe there's any recovery from that. I was talking to so one of Javi's friends, she I think studied criminology and then psychology and went into like sexual predators, and she works with men in prison, and she like really gets in there. Yeah. And we were kind of discussing like, do you think she was saying I wrote an essay on whether there's redemption for them or recovery or what have you, and I was saying, in my not even humblest opinion, there should be straight castration. The moment you do something like that, you should never be allowed to use your penis again. And if you still prove to be a mad person without a penis, immediate euthanization. You have to immediate.
I'm sorry. Oh my God, the number of times little baby. I saw the other day a 4-day-old baby. You've ripped her apart. You're an animal.
Where did you see it?
On the Twitter in South Africa.
Of course, South Africa. You know, sorry to say, but the femicide rates there are quite crazy.
You cannot be a part of society. I'm sorry. There's no need for something like that in society. There's no lessons learned from something like that in society.
No. There's nothing. There's nothing but a lesson to be taught to anybody else that is like that. Exactly. I don't actually, and sorry, this might sound harsh, but I don't actually give a damn what happened to you in a past life.
Don't care.
Or in your childhood.
Don't care.
Don't give a damn. The moment you start to hurt other people, that shit is out the window. I'm so sorry.
In that way, because reminder, you can never justify a sexual crime. I can justify murder. I can justify good old poisoning.
Arson?
Robbery. It was full of roaches. I had to light it on fire.
And there was insurance.
Robbery.
It was actually a prize.
I was a little bit broke. I needed it. It was that or I die.
But
a big old rape?
A sexual crime? No. You do deserve to be put down for life. May you never be able to procreate. I genuinely think even if you have children, we should really look into them. There should be like serious psychological check-ins every few... Because no. Maybe I know nothing, okay? But I do believe if alcoholism can be passed down, how can that one not be passed down? No. That one, somebody somewhere has caught that you're disease. They should just die.
But you first, you for sure.
That you don't create them anyway to begin with.
Like for sure.
Yes.
The progenies will check on them later.
Yes, psychological check-ins.
But you for
immediately with a quickness.
Yeah, no, I really that's something I will stand.
Yes,
10 toes down.
Yeah. And if sex is not, my thing is like, if sex is not really wanted by both parties, like I think about how I feel vaginally, it is so painful.
Yeah.
Even when you just haven't been like warmed up enough.
Right.
It can be painful as hell.
Yeah.
you have now, like, I can't even fathom how somebody can do that and
continue
I'm
in
good.
life.
No, you deserve to be dead in the streets like a dog. Like a dog, like no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
A rabid dog, because that's really all you are.
That's an animal. And this is why the girls were saying men are bear.
And then the audacity to pretend you don't understand what we're talking about. Because it's the gaslighting that I can't get over.
But they will say they would never want to be in a man's prison.
Exactly. You don't want to be in a man's prison. You can't let your daughters date until they're 35.
Your homeboys can't be around your girl children in their shorts.
Or your sisters.
Yes. You would never let your homeboy marry your sister or date your sister. But nobody is a sexual predator.
Somehow you don't understand why it would be bear versus a strange man. It could be so easy because there's more of us that believe this is wrong than those that believe it's right. You're so
cowardice.
You're so entangled to loserness.
Wow.
Like you don't want to let it go.
Can you release yourself from the loser entanglement? So poetic. You are actually so badly entangled. Wrapped
in.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
And it's because the approval that they get from male validation is more crack to them than ever standing up for anything good would be.
Wow. I want to feel what that feels like.
Truly, it must be better than an orgasm. It must be better than an orgasm because the way homeboys will stick to each other. Wow.
Friendships with women that make life worth living.
The joys of like women relationships. Honestly, sometimes I come back home and my whole body's tingling.
My God,
like when we're done hanging out with each other. It's like
hanging out is one thing. Wow. But even a phone call,
God damn,
a FaceTime,
hello,
I am rejuvenated.
Like there's life is worth living again.
I can go to sleep and be excited to wake up tomorrow.
Because I have company, I have friends, I have people that love me and care about me. For real, not even for fake. Nobody put a gun to your head to be here. You actually just want to be here.
Like you love it as much as I do.
Wow. Are you kidding me? If I had money, I'd be buying my bitches flowers every week.
Whoa. New purse.
Since you're
2 days.
No, straight up. So like
I can't understand why don't you guys want this? You know what makes me so sad actually is because they created this system
and now they hate it.
And now you're suffering in it and you will never admit it. You will never come out of it because it's generational. It isn't down to your great granddaddy. It's in your pores, in your genes.
And so some of you are just too lazy to do anything that contradicts that. You find somebody with sense, you really just have to.
You have to go on to them because that's the only one. That if you found them, that was the only one that was put in Geneva. I'm gonna have to go to Zurich.
To knock on some doors in Lausanne.
I'm gonna have to go to Beauvais.
Oh God damn it!
The one in Geneva was taken.
Jesus
oh
Christ!
Oh my God! And then we also got the one in London.
Tough times.
Really tough times.
But
don't worry. We move. Like it's whatever.
What's that? Tough times never last. Only tough people last.
Tough time never lasts. Only tough people last.
Only tough people last.
That's why I'm lasting this long.
Exactly. Go and do some time, sis. I know how to be tough. Maybe just take me out of the game.
Wow, yeah. Listen. Okay, before we wrap up.
My question.
Listen, we have to end on a very wholesome note, actually. Okay. So I was reading the news. Mm-hmm. I'm going to clarify the captions that I mean Twitter.
Her news is Twitter, mine is TikTok.
There we go. And I saw this video, it was like an actual news report, but it just happened to repost it on Twitter.
The news platforms are there. Like, what do they want from us?
Yes. And so this 14-year-old boy from India is revolutionizing healthcare. Ooh. He's created an app where you turn on the app, you put it against your chest, and it can detect any heart condition that you might have.
Ooh. Wow.
Hey, right? 14.
Oh my God.
And not just that, he's now working to make it work for lung conditions. Okay.
How is this possible?
I don't know.
We don't have mechanics.
I don't know. But my question is, what were you doing at 14? And was it revolutionary?
God damn it. 14.
Yeah.
I was in, okay, I was 14. That might have been 2013. What was I even doing in 2013? Can I even recall? I think I was just hanging out.
Yeah, just chilling,
Just
like
hanging
super
out
relaxing, all
about.
cool.
Literally. Just hanging out. My biggest, I think I had a dog still.
Oh,
So I probably had
wait,
to
you
do
have
stuff
a
with-
dog?
I had 2 dogs growing up. Mine, let me tell you the story
Like
about that. is
outside dogs or
ridiculous.
like really pets? Like, you
No,
know,
I had
Kenyans
pets.
have like.
No, not
outside
the streets. Not a street dog. This was my pet.
Oh.
It was the first one was called Susie.
What did she look like?
She was a white Pomeranian, very fluffy.
Okay,
Both
that
of
is
them
so
were white
bougie.
Pomeranians.
Sorry, what Kenyan has a Pomeranian?
I'm telling you, all of them do. Believe
Is
me,
it?
that is the staple dog. It's like a Maltese, Pomeranian,
Okay,
or
that's
Poodle.
not where I live.
That's all the bitches have, or German Shepherd. Like
Ooh,
it's
that
either a
sounds-
military
that
dog,
sounds more, yeah,
like a pet, isn't it?
like a Kenyan pet.
Hey, God, yeah, the German Shepherd.
Mm.
No, so I had, I think it was a Pomeranian Maltese mix,
Wow.
and her name was Susie.
Mm-hmm.
And we first gave her. No, it's not that we gave her away.
Oh.
So she was a girl, super horned up. There were not many
You
like
guys
boy
didn't
dogs.
slip her or whatever.
No, so she had her period and all that stuff. There were not many
Yuck.
boy dogs.
Sorry,
Truly, that was
sorry,
a new
I
thing for me to find
can't
out.
do it with animals having periods. I cannot do it.
Like I truly couldn't believe it. I thought she was really like injured or something.
Makes me feel sick to my stomach.
What the heck you go? What is that? Get that! Stop it! And then they really just lick themselves. They lick themselves. It's really nasty.
No.
But she would always run out of the compound and try to find
A dog,
a boy, because it was only girl dogs there, and they were doing lesbianism, but it wasn't enough.
So what?
It
Oh, it
wasn't
wasn't enough.
enough. It wasn't enough.
She needed a peen
Horned.
inside the vagina.
Yes. So she would run out of the gate, run, and people would try and chase her, but at some point they literally just let her go. And I came back home from school, and she was gone.
She said, "I need to live my life."
Let me tell you, I've
you
never been.
devastated?
I was so pissed. I was so pissed. And then the second one.
Yeah.
So this one we got like after my little sister had come into the picture.
Yeah.
And she, my mom she was like my friend's dog.
Mm-hmm.
The dog had puppies, and we got one from the litter. Came home, we had it for so long, and then my mom started to like say things about like, I'm tired of the dog. I'm tired of the dog. I'm tired of the dog. I'm like, girl, what do you mean you're tired of the dog? You don't do anything with the dog.
Like, get rid of this
Literally.
fucking dog, or I will.
I'm telling you, we went to Coast, went to Mombasa, came back. She's like, first we went to Coast. She's like, we're just leaving the dog with the neighbor. Mama Lucy will take care of the dog. She has the dog. I came back and there was no dog.
Oh man,
There was no dog. When I tell you, me and my mom, I said, you don't understand.
that's where the beef started.
That was so evil. Like that dog was my everything, my emotional support.
Oh, man.
I said, lady,
That is news for me. I never knew you had two little puppies.
This is why I have a huge obsession with like I have to have
you
a
have
dog.
to you have to
I
like,
have
actually
to.
see it to the end, because these two, they were cut
You
short.
were taken away from me, my dogs. Like, oh my god, I couldn't believe my dogs. Couldn't.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, my little face.
Sorry. So that was 14 for you?
I was probably traumatized. Man, oh my god, what were you doing?
Oh my god, 14. So I had just started at a new school. So before 14, which would be 10th grade for Canada, I had obviously like finished elementary school, started high school in like one of the 3 main high schools of Chatham.
Okay.
Right, so we have 3 big high schools.
Okay.
And then depending on where you live, you'll go to
A different-
whichever one.
okay.
Right. So I went to one called CK, Chatham
Okay.
Kent High School.
Come on.
And that was like the bodies, because it was like, obviously you could tell they were funded, nicely funded, right? They had good
Well-structured
sports,
school.
well structured,
Okay.
looking clean. Because there was one that was like kind of low, and then the other one was the Catholic school. So we were like the normal.
So there's the 3 pillars, really.
Exactly. The 3 pillars of
Super
society.
religious, nasty, dirty, bougie, and
And-
bad.
Yeah, so that's why I went for grade 9. And for some reason, my parents decided, no, so after this year, you're going to the private Christian school.
Oh.
Okay, so that's how I ended up over there.
religious.
Right. So when I was 14, I studied there, and honestly, I went there kicking and screaming. I was not trying to go over there. I was cemented in
This
CK.
other school.
I was on a cheer team. Like, I was
Why did
like
they rip you out of that?
Big Bad B.
Come on.
I'm a short size, okay?
Been Big Bad B, mind you. Been that.
Since 1996.
This is not anything new.
This
is the
She's
truth.
not new to this. She's true
True
to
to
this.
this.
Okay. So I started there, And at first, I was not into it. I was like, oh, freaking, the school's so small. Each grade is literally like 25 people. So you are like, you're in there, right?
Jesus. So everybody knows everybody.
Exactly. I was the only black girl. But then, listen, that year was like such a good year.
It was.
It
so
was
your
a
first
really
year
good year. Yeah, my
okay.
first year was really good. I was doing really well in school, in class, right? And you know what? It might be, I don't know. It's the same as like when you first go to uni and it's like a completely different,
New
structure of working and your grades aren't so good. I think that's what happened to me in grade 9.
Before 14. 13,
right?
Oh, man.
The grades weren't so hot. And maybe my parents were worried a little bit, so they were like, "No, you gotta go
restructure."
Exactly, right? So yeah, like my grades are super good, and the friends, like I was like, "Fine, it's fine. I'll hang out with you guys." So we were having, we're having a good time. I was into the sports, playing everything, so it was really good.
Okay,
that's when I started dating my white boyfriend, who shout out to him. Listen,
he was a cool dude.
Nick, if you're listening. Shout out to you. We had a good time. We had a really good time.
Aww.
But yeah, that's what I was doing at 14. I was playing sports. I was just, cementing myself in this white school.
Oh, God. Well, that's what you can do sometimes, man.
Oh, you can do.
Did you do cheerleading at the new school, too?
There was no cheer team.
It was gymnastics?
There was nothing of the sorts. It was...
What could you do?
They had, like, the basic sports there. The basketball, the volleyball, soccer, and track. So I was doing all of them.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but no, listen, I was shining like the star I am.
The bright shining star. My God. Wait, did I ever tell you about the time, like, because I also went to a Christian school, very religious. Like, we would do chapel once a week.
Yeah.
They had no cheerleading team.
Girl,
but I was told I was going to an American school. So I said,
so you're like,
bitch, be an American school. They didn't have no cheer team. So one day, sports day, I decided. I said, Mom, do you know how to make pom-poms? She said, yeah, let me show you. Yeah. She showed me how to make pom-poms. And we had sports day the very next day. Mind you, I wasn't really at an age where I could say, she's just a baby. I might have been 16. Like, I was a baby in time. I was a minor, but I was
quite grown in the minor.
You know what I mean? Probably. I was probably like 16, 15. I took those pom-poms. Mind you, nobody is doing cheering. Everybody's sitting on the stairs, clapping for the people. Okay, clap, 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 clap. I saw the boy I used to like, and this guy he's actually like now.
Very sweet. So.
No. Horrible loser. Big loser, and actually turned out to be a sex offender. Didn't know.
Oh my God.
Absolute. Yeah, when he first came into the school, he had a mohawk and everybody thought it was cool.
That's how they get you.
Stupid, useless youngsters.
Yeah.
I said, oh, he's bad. I love it. Oh, I need to find out he was mad.
Wow.
But, so I said, no, I must cheer.
You have to.
I must cheer for my comrade and my crush. I got on the opposite side. Yeah. So, the people are cheering here, the track is here, and this is the field. I said, I'm going to go to the field. So, facing the audience. And I was jumping up.
Yourself?
There was nobody else there.
You didn't want to recruit any of your friends?
They said, I'm not doing this.
Oh, you don't want to listen to them when they said that?
I said, why?
This is
so
why
cool.
Peer pressure is very important.
They said, she has to be an individual. And I stood up there and I pom-pom cheered for at least 10 to 15 minutes.
Hey there, Malika from the editing booth. So my camera definitely died while we were doing this, but I want to wrap up the story for you because this is tragic and I truly don't want to speak about it again. But I eventually realized that nobody was cheering with me and everybody was watching me. And it got really awkward and uncomfortable, and I took my pom-poms to go and sat on the stairs with everybody else and pretended that I didn't just spend 10 to 15 minutes cheering for a boy who not only lost, but hated me. We thank God for character development. Isn't it? We thank God. Because without that, I wouldn't be here, I guess. So, anyway, y'all, I just wanted to wrap this up for you because I will be taking no questions and there were witnesses. So, yeah, someone can corroborate this. Please don't. Thanks for tuning in.
You can find us on Spotify and YouTube,
Instagram and TikTok. See you next time. Yeah. Like, are you kidding me? Oh! Putting that into the bloopers.